Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, our names are Alex and Ryan, and we welcome you to the AR Wrestling Podcast going over June 3rd's edition of Monday Night Raw and June 7th edition of Friday Night Smackdown. Relax and enjoy the episode. What's going on, Ryan?
Let's get it. I'm doing bloody great today. How are you doing?
Doing all right.
I'm
Word
ready
kicked
to
my
get.
ass today, but it's all right. We get into it.
That's rough.
But, do we have anything before we get into Raw? Because I know we usually talk about some stuff, but I don't have anything for this week, to be honest. I haven't been on social media as much because of work.
For this week, at the time of recording, Ricochet has let WWE know that he's not going to be renewing his contract at when it expires in the next upcoming weeks or days or whatever.
Okay. I did see that. I think that's the
So
only thing I've seen.
that's the only thing that I really have for it. So I'm pretty sure he's going to probably go to AEW.
Yeah, I mean, they're him and who was it? Like him and Will Ospreay were teasing that.
Yeah, Osprey sent out like a message or something like that. Like those two wrestled a long time ago on the indie scene, and they had a pretty good. I say pretty good. They had a phenomenal match, a couple matches together, and
Yeah,
I'm excited to see what they can do now in this current form with these two.
I got you. Well,
But no,
I
I
didn't.
don't got too much to add before we hop right into it.
I don't either. But let's get into Raw. Liv Morgan kicks off Monday Night Raw. As she's entering, him and Michael Cole and Pat are talking about what happened between Liv and Dominic. Pat McAfee goes, "They were sucking face, Cole. They were sucking face."
They were sucking
I
face,
was like, all right,
sucking
Pat. Talk
face.
your shit, King.
Oh
Talk your shit.
yeah,
Um,
Pat.
but we started off with welcome to the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour. And basically Liv goes over, everything again, but she goes, the cherry on top of it all was kissing Dominic Mysterio. And then Dom's music hits. He comes out, and as usual, he is instantly booed. But Dom does let Liv know that mommy isn't playing the same game, and when she gets back, she's gonna kill Liv. And Liv instantly drops the line like real sneakily. Well, maybe she's gonna kill you too. And
Oh
she cuts
shit.
some other stuff, but she goes basically when Liv gets back or when Rhea gets back, I'll make it worth it. And then another thing I kind of picked up from this was that Liv was kind of flirting with him again, and or kind of flirting with him, and she goes, "You can't be closer to me," and she starts backing him into a corner, and is basically like feeling him up and down and shit. And Liv wants to take Dominic from Rhea. Like, I don't remember if she said it or not, but like it's clear. And then Finn would come rushing out and would back up Dominic, like separate him, and basically goes, "Leave because the Judgment Day wants nothing to do with you." And Liv's response to that was, "What if he doesn't want me to go?" Talking about Dominic, and I think they cut a little bit of a promo. Liv leaves, but as she's leaving, she walks backwards on the apron towards the ring steps that people usually walk up in their entrances, and starts playing with Dominic's hair. But we all saw it. We all saw Dominic. He kind of backed away, but gave her a little smile right there. So
Yeah.
yeah, Ryan, I think it's happening. I think she's gonna take over because Dominic smiled. Dom
Yeah,
smiled. He fucking smiled.
Dominic's not doing anything to stop this
No.
necessarily. He's not doing anything to start it, but he's not walking away. He's not pushing her back. He's kind of smiling. Dominic's fucking in on it. And I love
Bro,
how Balor was trying to play the dad in this whole
I was trying to
situation
play Big
backing
Brother.
up
He's
in.
like, no,
Yeah,
no,
right.
this is bullshit.
But I think he's in on it. I think he's playing wingman for Dominic, covering for him.
I think JD is because we saw Raw or on Raw last week. We saw JD and Liv Morgan
I think they
talking
both
backstage.
are.
That could be.
So, I mean, heck, the whole thing that you and me have been talking about on here is thinking that Liv Morgan's going to completely take over the Judgment Day. So that's the best way to do it is
And
take
that's the plan of the revenge
something
story because
like
she said it
that
didn't even stop until she had all of the Judgment Day.
with everything.
And you and I talked yesterday on the road trip we took, we talked about like this new Judgment Day if Liv takes over. So we would have Liv obviously replace Mommy, Dom be Dom. We'd have
Be dumb.
JD be Finn, and you and I were talking about the muscle, and you instantly went with Carlito.
Yeah. I think they're gonna kick out. Well, Liv Morgan's obviously gonna be Rhea's replacement in all of this.
Yeah.
Finn and JD are gonna be the tag team, and then the new muscle that after they throw out Damien is gonna be Carlito.
I think Damien's gonna walk out on his own.
Really?
With how he's been feeling lately, he's just been dominating everything he can for the Judgment Day, and the Judgment Day hasn't done shit.
Dang, maybe. I hope so.
But
I think that would be honestly better for him
oh yeah, after
than to
this
just
we
get
move to
beaten, get his ass whooped. But sorry.
no, you're good, dude. After this, we move right into a segment with Jackie Redmond and Sheamus, and she basically was talking about they're talking about getting in the ring and everything. Sheamus is really pumped to get in the ring with Kaiser, and he kind of made Kaiser look like a fool. He goes, he's just Gunther's big mouth, and basically his sole purpose is to be Gunther's coat hanger, which I thought was fucking hilarious. Because I mean, he's not wrong. All he
does
does
pull
is
that
really
coat
talk for
well.
Tunker or Gunther, and yes, he pulls the coat pretty well. And Sheamus kind of drops the line, well, you know, Kaiser's talking all this. Maybe Gunther's been the one holding him back. And he kind of brought up how he's close to 15 years in the WWE, which I think is pretty fucking cool. He said it was in like a few months or something like that, if I remember correctly. And then basically, there's only one way to gain Sheamus's respect, and that's banger after banger after banger,
after banger.
which would move us right into Sheamus versus Kaiser. And it was pretty cool because they did it again this week, and they basically did the whole follow me to the ring type deal with the camera, which I thought was actually really good for how this entrance played out. Because right as we were going into the entrance, Kaiser attacks Sheamus from behind, and kind of just beat the shit out of him. I don't really. That's all I gotta say. But it would move us into our match, and we kind of see like Kaiser, in a sense, having control because he beat the shit out of Sheamus before. But if I'm not mistaken, basically, yeah, like I said, Kaiser attacks Sheamus, and they kind of worked a little stiff, to be honest. Despite like Sheamus's hurt knee, he was still able to stand toe to toe with Kaiser, and as they like started chopping each other and shit, and Kaiser, like he would chop Sheamus, but Sheamus was like, "What are you doing, dumbass?" And basically starts going after him again. But Kaiser, like, you would use the ref to distract Sheamus, and before that, he would use the ref to distract Sheamus. Like I was saying, Sheamus's chest actually started to bleed after he would no-so Kaiser's chops, and basically begins laughing. And as Sheamus would basically continue to do it throughout the match, he would fucking just start screaming like, "Come on, man! Like keep coming! Like you ain't got shit!" And Kaiser would counter the 10 beats of the Bodrin and run Sheamus into the ring post, setting him up on the steps for Kaiser to drop kick his knee like he drop kicked Giovanni.
Damn straight.
And after the commercial, Sheamus is actually able to get the 10 beats from Kaiser and tried to hit a Celtic cross, but didn't work. He tried a brogue kick, but his knee smacked right into the fucking turnbuckle. That shit looked like it hurt. I was feeling for Sheamus on that one, to be honest. I was feeling for him. Ref basically he would almost stop the match, but Sheamus was like, "Fuck no, dude." And Sheamus would call Kaiser a bitch. He said, "Come at me, you bitch." And they trade some heavy shots, including a knee that Sheamus would hit on Kaiser and almost hit the brogue kick, but his leg gave out, giving Kaiser a roll up for 2. But after Sheamus would hit the 10 beats, he attempted a top rope white noise that Kaiser would slip out of, kick his knee out, and roll him up for the win. Fucking Kaiser won. Dude, probably my favorite part of this match was Sheamus calling him a bitch.
Oh yeah, obviously Sheamus is a badass. I don't like that he lost.
I don't either.
I wasn't a big fan of that.
But I think he's trying to put Kaiser over, to be honest. I mean, we haven't seen Kaiser much, 1v1 action. like
Right.
ever since he's been on the main roster.
True. This was a good showcase for Kaiser in a singles match, but I just want to see Sheamus go on like I don't know, not necessarily like a tear, but like I want to see Sheamus get back up into that main event like position.
Yeah, you don't want to see him do what John Cena did, basically. Because John
Yeah,
Cena still
basically.
hasn't won a match since like 2018 or something like that.
Right, pretty
I
much.
forget.
What it feels like.
Yeah, but we would actually end up going back to, end up going backstage back to the Judgment Day, and they warmed Dom about Liv, and he got asked about Mommy, and basically it was just a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo. But at the end of it all, it was show them why the Judgment Day runs Monday Night Raw. To move us into Dragon Lee's match versus Finn Balor, who was accompanied by JD McDonough and
JD McDonough.
JD McDonough. You know, I guess you can ask, like you put on here, who would have thought a wrestling match would start with technical wrestling? Oh my goodness. But Dragon Lee would actually gain momentum after hitting a top rope arm drag and shot himself like a fucking cannon at Balor during a suicide dive. Balor would attempt to roll up after a distraction from JD on the apron, but Dragon Lee would kick out to plant him with the sit-out powerbomb. Dragon Lee would knock McDonough off the apron and would climb into the ropes, but Carlito would actually come in and kind of knock him down. It looked like he was going for some sort of dive on the ropes. And then we would hear, Braun! Braun Strowman come out running after the Judgment Day with Rey Mysterio. And Dragon was able to get back up and drive Carlito onto the outside after this whole thing that with Carlito and eat. And JD would eat a super kick as Dragon Lee would get back up and ring in the ring and hit Balor with a shotgun drop kick and a coup de grace for the win. Well, I made that sound like Balor lost. No, Balor won. My apologies. But like I said, Carlito got involved. Braun came out with Rey Mysterio. Looked like, a giant and his fucking kid.
Right, straight up, bro.
And JD, what do you call him? What you call him? McDonough. Dude, I don't think JD's gonna do anything.
Fuck JD.
Dude, this whole their Raw has been like Judgment Day heavy. I've noticed that because
definitely being pushed as the next.
And like the first hour, I think we've seen 4 Judgment Day segments. Like it was interesting. I mean, like I was saying, Judgment Day
as the next top faction in WWE right now. Yeah. I mean, the Bloodline's definitely like cooled off without Roman there, without the final boss, and without Cody being involved. But so I think that right now the Judgment Day is kind of their big story that they're trying to tell with this whole love triangle between Rhea and Liv and Dom. Mm-hmm. And the world title being around Damien's waist.
Yeah. And I mean, speaking of Damien, he thought the Strowman situation was handled. But Carlito would end up getting told to make a match between him and Strowman that night on Monday Night Raw. R-Truth would actually walk up to Carlito and talk about his days in the Judgment Day, where he'd always get beat up, and then it would be nice, and then he would get beat up again, and then it'd be nice. It was just a constant him getting beat up. And Miz is basically saying, dude, Truth was like, dude, those are my best days ever in WWE. Miz is like, dude, these are the best days. You are WWE champion with me. We are the champions. These are your best days currently. Because Truth hasn't won a championship, like a legit meaningful championship since like 2012. And then again, that was the tag championships.
Yeah.
No, I think that was with Kofi Kingston at that time, though.
It was? Really?
I think the last tag titles Truth held was with Kofi Kingston.
I remember at one time he held the U.S. title. Like, I remember. I think he held the U.S. title, actually, like... This is so random. Why is this in my head? In like the middle of the 2010s, for some reason, I can see R-Truth with the United States Championship. I don't know when though.
He did. I'm trying to figure out when.
I have no fucking clue when.
But yeah, oh my goodness, this is taking forever to load. Right here. Let me see if I can. His last. Yeah, I think it was maybe either the United States or the tag team championships. But He's a 2-time hardcore champion because he was K-Quick before he became R-Truth. He's a 2-time United States champion, 2-time WWE Tag Team champion, 54-time 24/7 champion, Mixed Match Challenge winner, Slammy Awards 2 times, with Best Musical Performance in 2008 and LOL Moment of the Year 2015, and is a Bragging Rights Award winner. Truth has a Hall of Fame first ballot Hall of Fame easily. Can't tell me
dog.
different. Can't tell me different.
He is like he should just be like fuck the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, bro. R-Truth Memorial Battle Royal.
Right. Who has ever been a 54-time champion?
Bro, this man put some fucking respect on his name.
Bro, whoever listens to this in the future is gonna be like, dude, who the fuck are these guys?
Bro, we know what we're talking about. We're the experts, is what we are.
It is just jokes. This is comedy journalism.
Comedy journalism, damn it. Nah, put some respect on my boy Truth.
That's fact. But we moved to a Sami Zayn promo, which I was really fucking excited to see because I've been really invested in this whole thing with the Judgment Day, the Alpha Academy, and Sami. Sami would kind of point out that Chad's been a thorn in his side, and that the truth of the whole deal is really about him and Gable, and basically no one else. Sami proposes that Chad would come out and lead the Alpha Academy facing Sami man-to-man and finish it man-to-man. But who comes out? Alpha Academy, no Chad Gable. And
I thought this was hilarious.
Yeah, dude, this is so funny. But Maxine is sorry, and Gable would give her a note, and Maxine they read it, and Sami's trying to get them to stop. And at the end of the note, Master Gable. That was something interesting.
He literally made Maxine run down all of the Alpha Academy through that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro,
brutal. Oh, it was brutal. I was laughing my ass off though.
Dude's a dick.
Right?
Then, Note would actually bring up Otis's Money in the Bank reign, and a few other things, I believe. But the only way that this would end is when Chad would get his one-on-one title match against Sami. And Sami was like, all right, fuck it. I'll defend the IC title at Clash of the Castle against Chad. But Sami was like, all right. He got what he wanted. Now I want what I want. I want to talk to you guys. Why haven't you had enough of Gable week in and week out? Like, straight up, he's been a straight douchebag. Sami, Sami and the people that know Otis, Maxine, and Tozawa shouldn't be going through this. Like, they don't want to be going through this nothing, and that they should set themselves free from Chad Gable. And as soon as that was said, Gable would sneak attack Sami, and basically he just beats him up like normal. Otis again, get amped the fuck up.
Come on, Otis! Come on, Otis!
He would demand that Otis would actually help beat up Sami. Otis would just straight up debate hitting him. Gable would get pissed off again, shoving and slapping Otis several times. And then Tozawa would actually back Otis and Gable apart. And then Gable starts getting shoved. And then Maxine would do the same thing as Tozawa. And she started getting yelled at, and Gable would demand that Maxine gets on her knees and begs Gable to stop. And then Otis Otis actually get between Chad Gable and the Alpha Academy when they were on the apron, and the Academy would back Otis off of him, and Sami would attack Gable and throw, and Gable would throw Sami into Otis, and Gable would try. He basically just tried pinning it on Sami, and I thought Otis was smarter than this, but no, he slammed fucking Sami in the bed. He felt horrible. He felt horrible. And again, like this picture we've been seeing since before Clash of the Castle, Gable holding this IC title over Sami's head. Fuck you, Gable. You're a bitch. And that's all I have to say.
Chad Gable sucks.
That's what I'm saying. Otis would then carry Tozawa and Maxine on his shoulders and in his arms like a fucking stud. And
he's as strong as fuck.
basically on commentary, it was all said. It was agreed. He's an out of control narcissist. Gable's just he's just ever since King of the Ring. He's just since that match in Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
He's been losing his mind. I think this is what's gonna happen. He's not gonna beat Gable, or he's not gonna beat Sammy. I think Sammy's gonna win. And this is what breaks up the Alpha Academy, and this is when he brings in the Creed brothers to take over.
Oh,
I think that's what's gonna happen.
I'm ready for that.
But I did see something on Instagram, and I wanted to run this by you. Alpha Academy by championships. How many championship wins they have in total of like whatever championships they've won. Gable has 4 of them. Otis has 1. Maxine has none. Tozawa has 16. Gable needs to put some fucking respect on Tozawa's name, damn it.
Straight up.
This is bullshit.
Tozawa's carrying the Academy's name
He's carrying
right now.
the Academy, and he's getting bullied. This is bullshit.
Straight up. We need
fucking bullshit.
Fuck Perk Academy, dog. We need Killer Tozawa to come in here and start fucking people up.
I'm agreeing.
Straight, just come in here, start murking fools. I want it.
I agree.
Give him the belt and have him beat everybody.
Give him. Hell yeah. Then we move into Adam Pearce scene. Watching backstage, Braun Strowman would walk up to him and goes, "How's champion, huh?" I'd break him in half.
Oh my god. Oh my
I
god.
think we might see a Braun versus Sammy match at some point.
Oh my god.
If that's the case,
please.
they're gonna put I think at that point that's when they'll make Sammy lose the IC title, is to put Braun Breaker over even more. Because once I also see something else I forgot to mention, but it's perfect that it plays into this. Braun Breaker is going to be heavily rumored to be heavily pushed into the Netflix era.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we'll see Braun win his first title like right before then or right when that hits.
Yeah, I think this was more of. I don't think Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn for the IC title is going to happen. I think this is more of like a hint of like Braun Breaker is going to start murking fools and eventually will be IC champion.
Yeah.
And honestly, I would call it maybe by the end of the year he'll be IC champion. If anything, I would have him be either Chad Gable, or if Otis ends up being IC champ by taking it off of Gable, I think Braun Breaker would be a good heel to put it on afterwards.
Yeah. Dude, he's so good at what he fucking
I
does.
freaking love Braun Breaker so much. Every fucking time I see him move the ring just by running the ropes and then spearing somebody in half, I'm like, dude, you're just not human.
Oh yeah, dude, this motherfucker can run 23 miles an hour between some ropes. Yeah, I'm good, dude.
Like,
I'll stay out of your path.
What the fuck?
He would also congratulate Pearce on finally putting him in the ring with some real talent, talking about his match later with Ricochet. And he would once again not let Adam Pearce live this shit down, but he would bring up the King of the Ring tournament again. I'm not gonna lie, the more he keeps bringing this up, the more I think we missed out on Gunther versus Braun Breaker.
Oh my god, I want that match so bad. I want that match so bad. I think that's why Gunther isn't really present on TV, is so that we can kind of build up Braun until Gunther becomes world champion at SummerSlam, presumably.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So like to take that big ass like monster fucking just fuck you, I'm gonna kill you, like, you know, like kind of role of just the baddest motherfucker on the roster while Gunther's not there, it's gonna be Braun.
Yeah,
and
easily.
And now that Gunther is put into the official world title scene now after winning the King of the Ring and will win the world title, Braun Breaker can be that guy for the mid card.
Yeah. And dude, I want to see Gunther versus Braun Breaker now.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure. But for the longest time, Braun Breaker was the last guy to pin Gunther from like NXT times at some point. Yeah, they got some history.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, I want to see it.
Speaking of
I've
someone who
never
has
seen the
history with
original one.
Gunther, Gable would be seen backstage talking to the Alpha Academy, thinking they were faking everything that they've been doing recently. Like with Sammy and everything, he's thinking they're faking it. Just basically, it's all mind games. Gable's lost his fucking mind, dude.
Dude's off his gourd. The
He
fuck's he
lost his
on?
mind. I don't know, man.
Too
Dude's
much
gone.
perks. Perk Academy, dog.
For real. Perk Academy.
And he was crazy.
But we move into Ricochet versus Braun Breaker. And Ricochet would basically slap the fuck out of Braun and use it. He would use the speed to stay in control for a little bit until Braun took his head off of the clothesline. Just absolutely just dude's dead.
Straight up. Just
Braun would
sudden impact.
Braun would lift Ricochet over his head and throw some ribs first onto the barricade. But after we come back for commercial, Ricochet would hit Breaker with a DDT and a springboard moonsault. Ricochet would miss the 450 splash and counter a spear with the super kick. And he would hit a recoil for the near fall, but Ricochet would actually end up going back to the top rope. But Braun Breaker, this freak of nature, climbs up like nothing, hits a Frankensteiner, and basically kills Ricochet with a spear for the win. And Braun Breaker would just fucking keep going ham on Ricochet after the match, bro. But he killed Ricochet, dude. Killed him.
The
Killed him.
speed of which this man got
Could
from
run.
the floor to the top rope is unfathomable, and then he proceeds to do a top rope Hurricane Rana without breaking his freaking neck. Wait, what the I love this dude. Like, what the fuck?
He's got
Why
them
was he on
Steiner
NXT
jeans.
for so long? Why
Got them
wasn't he on
Steiner
the main
jeans.
roster like a year ago, 2 fucking years ago? Should have been the guy to beat Roman. Fuck Cody.
Fuck Cody.
God damn.
Like I said, Braun would attack Ricochet after the match. And Elio would come to save. He's got history with Elio as well in NXT. And Elio would actually get the steps absolutely just thrown at his head. I think he dodged him. And fucking him and Braun are separated by officials in the barricade. Braun would be in the fans and separated by some officials, and Elio was ringside, and he went to go attend to Ricochet, who he's actually become he's been kind of a little fondly friends with. I don't fucking know, dude. And I wish Ricochet wasn't leaving, because I think him and Elio put on some great fucking matches.
Oh yeah, dude. Those two put on magic together.
Agreed. But we did move into an LWO segment. I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't pay attention to. Did you happen to catch anything with this?
I'm pretty sure
I was
just
writing
like a
notes for
recap
this,
thing with
which is
Andrade. Or no, that's on SmackDown. Shit. No, I didn't catch it.
I'll say I was writing
I
notes
didn't catch it
for
at all.
I
I don't
think
remember this
our
one.
later segment with Uncle Howdy when this was going on.
Yeah,
So I didn't get to see it. I forgot when the QR code actually came from Raw. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, that's the SmackDown one that I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I don't remember when the Raw one came. Oh well.
Are the New Day on this show? Because for some reason they always seem to show up during the New Day. That's what I've kind of figured out. Maybe that ties in, but
Maybe.
I don't know.
But we go back to ringside, and Pat McAfee would start giving his post-game Dom and Liv play-by-play like he's on ESPN. And he goes, "Oh, shit, Michael. Oh, shit. Look, Dom's smiling. Mommy's going to be pissed.
Mommy's going to be pissed. Pat be snitching."
Pat snitching.
I'm so ready for Rhea to come back, bro. It's going to be
too,
insane.
Dude. It's going to be SummerSlam. We're going to hear, "This is my brutality." I would lose my fucking mind, dude.
I'd go nuts. I would go nuts. I don't even need to see her do anything physical. I just want her to walk out on the entrance ramp and stare them both down and be like, "I know what you've been up to. I know."
That's all I'm saying, dude. Oh my god. I can't wait. Oh, SummerSlam's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. Fucking epic.
We would move into Natalya versus Kiana James. And for Kiana James's entrance, we would actually see Jackie ask how, excited Kiana James is. And it was very exciting that she gives Natalya like her props for what she's done in the industry and everything like that. But I will say she kind of dick rides the fuck out of Pierce for a little bit.
That's what I think.
And I'm like,
her whole gimmick is gonna be.
I'm kind of interested to see, to be honest. But with her match with Natalya, some basic chain wrestling, Natalya would win the better of trying to lock in an armbar. Just a basic fucking match, though, to be honest.
Straight up. Just basic as fuck.
Kind of just to get us used to and introduce us to Kiana James and what she can do. But Natalya would also kind of hit a German suplex and attempt the sharpshooter, but Kiana would grab the apron and break the hold before hitting the 401k for the win. That her finisher?
Yeah, that's what they called her, a finisher.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say I haven't. Whenever these matches,
whole gimmick is
these string of matches are going on like this, like half hour or whatever, I'm usually doing Uncle Howdy things.
Yeah, because her whole gimmick is that she's like a businesswoman. Because outside of WWE, this whole like recent roster of NXT people is all like college athletes, like really big stars like that from there. And she has a big degree in business and stuff like that. So that's kind of her whole gimmick right now, which is why I think her whole gimmick is going to turn into her being like Adam Pearce's assistant GM on SmackDown or Raw. Sorry.
I got you.
Where like she's also going to be wrestling on top of all that, and then kind of like an enforcer for Adam Pearce in the women's division, I guess. At some point, she can turn into that. Yeah, since mommy can't keep them in check.
It's true.
That's just an idea for her.
Yeah, we would actually see the New Day get. I don't remember who they were with, but they would actually get asked about the Final Testament. But I know, as always, because New Day rocks. And we see Karrion Kross come in, and he would be like, "The power of positivity is dead," and kind of shit talk, the New Day, and he would. Fuck. I'm sorry, I'm tired. We got this shit though. We would
work today.
Yeah. We would actually get introduced to a later match that night. I lost my train of thought. A later match that night between the New Day and the AOP, I believe again. And Kofi would walk away, but Woods would take a second to leave. Cross would actually tell Woods that he doesn't, you really don't have to follow him around, and kind of shit talking Kofi. But really? Cool. We would actually see
the whole thing with Cross though.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested how they're gonna kind of run this with Cross and
we'll talk more about it during their actual match. But I really like everything Cross has been doing now with his new character.
But we'd actually see Natalya saying that she wants to talk to Sonya, and Sonya would actually be seen walking over to Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark and bring up the tag champs. But I had seen something. I was watching it and I had brought up the idea of a new women's faction, but I can't remember what it would be. I think it'd be Sonya, Baszler, and Stark, or something like that. I believe.
I just saw Natalya talking to her, so I would think Natalya, Sonya, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark as a new women's faction to start doing stuff like that. Because
basically, another 4 horsewomen.
Almost. Yeah, maybe,
but not that crazy.
Not exactly.
Yeah.
But something like that. Yeah, you have kind of an everything kind of group with that. You've got 2 muscle powerhouses with Baszler and Stark. You've got the veteran experience from Natalya, and then you got the sneaky, manipulative mind of Sonya Deville behind all of it.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. I'm getting
that. We've had Damage Control basically. Damage Control has basically been the only women's faction that we've had. On top of countered that on the men's division, we've had Judgment Day, Bloodline, Final Testament, Bobby Lashley's group, The Pride, LWO, Legado del Fantasma. Like, we've had a lot. We have a new one about to debut.
Yeah, for real. We got so much going on.
Yep. So I think the women's division should get some too. I think that'd be a good idea.
I gotcha. This would actually move us into our next match between
Braun!
Versus Carlito. Where are we at? So Carlito would actually try getting into it with a drop kick, but Strowman would absolutely just fuck him with the shoulder tackle. Straight up. Backing. Balor and JD would actually try to get involved and distract Strowman so Carlito could hit a backstabber on him. Failed miserably. But Strowman would actually pick up Carlito for a reverse chokeslam for the win. But my whole thing with this match was when Judgment Day comes out, basically Braun damn near won immediately, like I was saying. And he would attack, and either he got attacked by Judgment Day, and Dom would actually try to sneak attack Strowman's knee. And Braun would swat a chair away that was being swung by Dom. And Dom would run out of the ring crawling backwards. But Strowman would start chasing him down. But we'd see Liv Morgan run down the ramp and come out to be a human shield for Dom.
Oh, yeah, that was interesting, I thought.
She's gonna.
Like, she's got to protect her meds. Oh, shit.
But McDonough would try and beat the hell out of Strowman with the chair, and the rest of Judgment Day, Carlito would join him. And again, this love triangle, man, it's got me so invested. Dominic and Liv would have an intense ass stare down. And Liv would, again, back a Dom up, but this time it was against the apron. And Balor would get between them again. And Balor looks back and he goes, Dom's like, I don't fucking know, dude. What do you want? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, man.
Right. I think he does. I think he's lying.
As well. I think he does. Ow. We see Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair come out after their commercial, and I think it was a commercial at that time. And Jade, Jade said Monday Night Raw, woo! And I was kind of thinking like how you and I have talked in the past before we started this idea with the podcast. It's like idea that it's Jade versus Charlotte for Jade's first feud. I think this could be like kind of a hint at the future one, maybe.
Jade versus Charlotte is like, oh my god, I'd lose my shit. That'd be fucking epic. I've been dreaming of that since they announced that they signed a Jade Cargill to WWE. It's like up there with Jade versus Bianca, which hopefully we're getting at WrestleMania 41.
Yeah.
But that is 1000% a match I would love to see. I don't know if the Woo was a. She's what?
Charlotte's doing a movie now, right now.
Well, she can come back.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, we all do. We don't all do movies.
Yeah, for real. We're on. Yeah,
but yeah,
we're not that cool.
No, we're not that cool. But yeah, I'd love to see it, but I don't know if the Woo was a reference to Charlotte directly, but 1000% put that in my mind, and I want it now.
Right. Jay would actually bring up the invitation, and then we'd see Shane and Zoe come out. Zoe was like, "Oh, you guys actually came! Holy shit!" And they were kind of throwing shade at the tag titles because they're like, I don't know, not tag titles, but like maybe like just in general, like she doesn't know the last time the tag titles were on Raw because right before Jade and Bianca, it was the Kabuki Warriors. No.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And who the fuck did they win it from?
Raquel Rodriguez. Rodriguez and Liv Morgan? No, that's not
Is that when
right.
Kyrie came back?
Is that right? I genuinely can't remember who the Kabuki Warriors beat. That's bad.
Um,
No, they beat the Kiana James and Carter, right?
yeah, I remember that. Yeah. So that was
Because
the last time. So whenever,
they only held it for like 2 weeks.
yeah, that was so upsetting. They had such a bright future ahead of them, and they fucking crushed
Now they're
them
not even
so
on
fast.
TV.
They're on. I think they wrestle on main event now.
What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying, dude. We got jits of a good ass women's tag team.
Right? Now we got Shayna and Zoe in the fucking women's tag division. Like, what the fuck? They're not even a good tag team. They're hardly good singles wrestlers.
That's what I'm saying. Like Zoe is definitely better than Shayna, in my opinion.
1,000%. But like, come on now, give us some like legit tag teams for this women's tag division. Take it fucking seriously,
Yeah,
or just get rid of them and give us a women's singles mid card belt,
agreed.
which is what I would prefer to see.
See both sides start talking their shit. Whatever, talk your shit, queen. And Shayna would be like, "You should be afraid of us. We're the top team in WWE." And I was like, "Damn, okay." They're kind of talking their shit, and Jay was like, "Okay, since you're the top team, I'll offer a tag title match." I was like, "Okay, interesting." Shayna would accept immediately, and Pierce was like, "Hold up, this ain't how this shit works. Come on, ladies, come on."
Yeah, man.
And Pierce would actually ask Hershey, Pennsylvania. They were like, if they want the match, and the crowd went absolutely fucking nuts. And Pierce goes, and that is official. Hell yeah!
Oh yeah.
Clash of the Castle.
Or no, that is right now.
Wait, no, right now. My bad. I'm tweaked. Yeah, we'd actually move into a women's tag team championship match. My bad, brain fart.
No, you're
And
good. You're good.
we see Bianca and Jade have their tag titles on the line versus Zoe and Shayna. Which we see Bianca overpower Shayna and tag in Jade for some double team shit. You know, Takio shit. Zoe would get got the blind tag and hit a springboard drop kick onto Bianca, who was immediately tagged in who tagged in Jade, and who would actually throw Zoe around like a fucking child. Also hitting a nasty super kick. Bianca and Jade would hit a stalling suplex, but would both hit a stalling suplex on a Stark and Baszler, like some fucking studs.
Right.
Again, like showing off their power, exactly like what they did in the Royal Rumble earlier this year. But after coming back from commercial, Shayna was actually in control of Jade, who got the hot tag on to Bianca, who absolutely ran wild. During a fucking long ass and well shot take, until Shayna would hit her with a running knee. And Zoe and Shayna would attempt their double team finisher when Jade and Bianca stopped them. And Bianca hit a KOD to Zoe when Isla Fire. Oh my God, Isla Fire and Alba Dawn. No, Alba Fire. You got these names fucked up, Ryan. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. Yes, it's Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. You said Isla Fire and Alba Dawn.
I haven't mixed
Attack
them
them for the
too. Then
attack them for the DQ.
maybe that's fucked up.
Like I said, they would attack the tag champs, and it would just be an all-out fucking brawl, dude. All-out brawl. It was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah, I did mix it up somewhere else on the dock too. Yeah, this was I'm excited to see where this is. This is probably, well, we'll see where it actually builds to when we talk about it on the it leads into stuff that happens on the Smackdown show this week too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Kathy Kelly would be seen with Damien, and Priest would actually get asked about Mysterio. And he's like, again, he kind of brings up the thorn, and like Sammy did, he's raised a thorn in his side. And Damien's done with Dominic's dad. He said, I'm done with Dominic's
Deadbeat
father.
dad.
And Kathy would actually try to ask about Rhea, but Damien was like, bro, chill off the Rhea stuff right now. Like, that's not cool. McIntyre would actually come in and basically say it's now personal. And we'd hear CM Punk chants in the back.
CM Punk.
CM Punk.
CM Punk. Straight up.
Then moved into probably my current favorite Raw superstar that's currently competing, Jey Uso.
Yay!
Yay! His
Yay!
music would hit, and he would actually come to the crowd. He starts
That's
high-fiving a bunch
awesome.
of fans, and then he leaves this old dude hanging in the crowd.
R.I.P.
That's what I'm saying. And Yeet cuts a promo saying, if you're ready for summertime, let me hear you say, Yeet, Yeet.
Yeah.
He bring up the Bloodline Civil War from Money in the Bank in 2023 when he pinned Roman Reigns. And, again, he was the first person to pin Roman Reigns, period. I just remember that the other day, and I actually got that brought back up to me. But he wasn't just a right-hand man to anyone. He was a right-hand man to Roman, and he can finally be main event Jey Uso now. He can be him. And he kind of thanks the WWE Universe for yeeting with him along his journey and everything he's been through. And I think it was pretty cool that he did. He gives a little Uso his glasses, which I thought was dope.
Oh yeah.
And basically, the other last part of the promo was he would declare for Money in the Bank in 2024.
This is my pick to win it. Right here.
Let me hear you say,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Jey Uso is my pick to win the Money in the Bank briefcase this year, but I also don't think it's any like coincidence that he brought up everything with the bloodline that happened last year, because I think they're trying to plant those seeds now for Jey Uso to eventually realign with Paul Heyman, Jimmy, and Roman to take out the new bloodline of Solo, Tonga, Timmy, Toomey, and fucking everyone else over there. Fuck. I fucking can't. You know what I mean?
The Gorillas of Destiny?
Yeah. I mixed up their names while I was talking about
Tonga and Tongaloa?
Yeah. But yeah, that's what they're building to.
Okay. So I know we talked about this in the past, 100%.
That just seems to be what they're kind of planting seeds for with Jey Uso, bringing back references to the bloodline and all that right now. But
Yeah.
he's still my man to win this briefcase this year.
Yeet.
Yeet.
Then we'd see Lyra Valkyria get interviewed. And she would get asked about how Becky's coping from last week's loss. And she's basically like, Becky's a real winner, but Liv Morgan is not. And she kind of like points out that she is able to stand on her own 2 feet, and she's able to be out of Becky's shadow. And basically, she would also declare for the Money in the Bank in 2024. And we would see her be attacked by EO, who's absolutely going. I'm so sorry. Who's absolutely going ape shit. Which,
No, he was going crazy.
I think EO's versus Lyra is going to be something insane.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see more of this.
I'm gonna turn that into actual like a long-term feud between the two.
Cinema.
Theater. I tell you.
That's what I'm saying. Then we move into New Day. Wait, hold on. My bad. The New Day versus Authors of Pain, who came with, again, the Final Testament. And basically, to me, this was kind of another like a squash match. Razor and Woods would actually start, and AOP just started to absolutely wreck the fuck out of him, keeping him away from Kofi as long as he could. And Scarlett would actually distract the ref by getting up on the apron, which let Karrion Kross get in Kofi's face and kept Kofi from letting Woods tag out. And Woods got hit with a What a Rush for the win. I think they're trying to push Authors of Pain as a legitimate fucking team now.
I think they're going to be the next tag champs on Raw.
Really?
I think they're going to be Awesome Truth after they're done with the New Day.
You know, so I didn't really think that I had much for this match, to be honest, because
The main thing was like
it was like a squash match to me.
The main thing was like Karrion calling Kofi off of the apron during the match, and like those two were just arguing on the outside of the ring, and then Xavier goes to tag in Kofi, and obviously Kofi's not on the apron, so that just leaves Woods open for the What a Rush. And I like the idea that Karrion's trying to manipulate this wedge between Woods and Xavier with this new character of his being less spooky and time themed and like black and white colors and all of this shit. And he's more like trying to manipulate these two against each other.
Yeah.
Just think it just works a whole lot better for his character now, and I think it's going to get him over a lot better.
Yeah. I think it's I'm hoping I hope something happens with him, like, because I don't think he needs like a world title anytime soon. If they can build up to that, would be great. But I think he definitely maybe needs a mid card. Maybe can if they go back. Were they back on? Were they originally on SmackDown?
Yeah, they were originally on SmackDown.
If they end up going back to SmackDown, he can win like the U.S. title or something. See how that runs with him.
Right, like Intercontinental title scene right now feels completely packed right now.
It feels so competitive on like the United States.
Yeah, like right now the United States doesn't have as many people. Really, you really only have LA Knight as your main guy that you're really thinking about right now. But in terms of Intercontinental, when I think of that, I'm thinking of like Chad Gable, Sammy, Otis, Bronson Reed. Weirdly enough, is always in my mind when I think of that. And then Braun Breaker now.
Bro, oh my god, the Wolf Dogs.
I wish, dude. Why the fuck did they break the Wolf Dogs up? God damn it! I'm not even gonna lie. I would trade Braun Breaker right now for the Wolf Dogs. I wanted them on the main roster so bad. He could have done this type of shit just in a tag team still.
I know. I don't think it would have pushed him as far though.
Damn it. What they took from us. It's not fair, damn it.
This shit is not fair. Jackie Redmond would interview Alba Fire and Isla Dawn backstage. And they basically said they haven't gotten the same opportunities as everybody else. And that Clash at the Castle just doesn't sit right without Isla Fire. Jesus Christ, dude. Now you got me messed up.
Now you're messing it up.
Yeah. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. This doesn't sit right. Which I would actually move us into something, which we'd actually see something later on SmackDown. And this will move us into our main event of the night. Rey Mysterio versus El Campeón. Damian Priest.
619.
Rey would begin flying around the ring doing some crazy lucha things, eventually throwing Damian to the outside of the ring when we hit a moonsault on him. Damian would take control after a nice little slam to Rey. Priest would actually keep control through a commercial, and even hit Rey across hard enough. What? Hit Rey hard enough to send him out of the ring, and Damian telling him basically just to stay down. Rey would actually get fired back up after throwing Damian into the ring post and again into the second turnbuckle. Rey would hit his 10 punches in the corner, but after going for it, Damian Priest would pick him up and throw him to the opposite side. And Rey was able to hit him with the tornado, DDT for a nice little near fall. Damian would fire back, picking Rey up, hitting Snake Eyes in the corner, and taking his head off with a clothesline. Fucking murdered him.
Took it.
Dead.
Love a good
Rey would actually counter with the. Rey countered a top rope razor's edge with the Hurricane Rana, would hit the 619 and the splash for the 2 count. Carlito would actually try to come in, distract Ray when Dragon Lee, Finn Balor, JD, and McDumbass arrive, and they all start fighting. And Ray would dive into everyone outside of the ring. And when he tried going back up for the top rope again, Damian caught him and gave him a South of Heaven for the dub.
For the dub.
For the
El
dub.
Campeon.
El Campeon. And actually, we'd see, like I said, Dragon Lee and Carlito come out. Drew McIntyre would actually attack Priest after the match. And Balor would absolutely just eat a fucking claymore for Priest. And basically, JD and Carlito just get fucking absolutely shit on.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely shit on.
Right, and then we see, dude, fucking, I love the ending of it. Fucking Priest puts fucking Drew through, well, I'm pretty sure Drew tried going outside, setting up the table, and then ends up, like, yelling at Michael Cole, because Cole, well, like, obviously is always talking shit about Drew, so he's like, start talking shit now, call me a hypocrite. Call me a hypocrite now, Cole. Call me a hypocrite now. And yelling all this shit, about to throw, Priest through the table when, of course, El Campeon grabs him and chokeslam through the announcer's table. Drew just cannot focus on one thing at a time. He's letting everybody else get in his head.
Easily, dude. He's fucking himself over right now.
Mm-hmm. Which maybe might end up costing him at Clash at the Castle, too.
So I'm saying, I'm not gonna lie to you, I think we see CM Punk fuck him over.
I think it's
just keep being a thorn in Drew's side.
I don't think it's gonna happen. I think there's gonna be a riot in Scotland.
If that happens, there would be riot in Scotland, but it'd be worth it.
WWE's just never gonna be able to, sell a ticket there again.
Hell no. Shit. That's all I got for Raw, dude. Raw talk was pretty interesting, but we'll get to that later.
Hell yeah. That moves us, ladies and gentlemen, that moves us into Smackdown. June 7th, we open with Solo Sikoa and the rest of the Bloodline making their entrance. Dog, I love Solo's entrance. Fucking just gives me the goosebumps. But
I love Tama's entrance. It is badass.
It is,
crawls
bro.
to the ring.
Oh god, the fucking gremlin.
Yeah. The little gremlin shit that he does.
Hate this is fucking crazy as shit. But this was the anointment of Tonga Loa into the Bloodline by Solo Sikoa. And of course, we started off with the iconic, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. And Heyman's got to set the record straight, y'all. Until Roman is back, Solo sits at the head of the table right now, which is when, obviously, we all saw it coming. We want Roman. Just started raining down on the Bloodline, bro. I want my tribal chief back.
I do too.
Hell yeah, but Solo Sikoa then takes the mic, I'm pretty sure, and says that he's making a double proclamation that not only is Tonga Loa getting anointed tonight, but also Tama Tonga is officially getting his new title, where he renames Tama Tonga the Right Hand Man, just like Jey Uso was named for Roman Reigns. Ooh, shit was spicy as fuck. Then, of course, Paul tries to introduce Tonga Loa, but gets showered with, we want Roman, we want Roman.
We want Roman.
Of course, the story of the Bloodline apparently wouldn't be finished without Tonga Loa. And Solo brings everybody in. He hugs Tonga and Paul and has his hand on his face in regret of saying that. Wait, what?
Okay. So, Paul said, when Paul said the story of the Bloodline wouldn't be finished without Tonga Loa, after Solo hugged Tonga, Paul would actually be seen behind him putting his hands on his face, like in his face in regret. Like he just said, like he's like, bro, I really just fucking said that. Like I can't believe I just said that.
All right,
that's what I meant when I put that down.
All right, but Solo gets the mic now, and obviously instantly boo. We all fuck Solo. Solo sucks, bro. Solo sucks.
Solo sucks. Solo
He
sucks.
looks over at
Solo
Paul
sucks.
and says, "Bro, shouldn't you be thanking Tonga and Tama, the God, for saving you from Kevin Owens last week? The infamous Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga, the right-hand man, where pretty sure Tama is the one that grabbed the mic after Paul shakily says, "Oh, thank you." And
Yeah.
he basically goes, "We could have let Kevin Owens kill you last week, but we saved you by orders of the tribal chief." Obviously, it's Solo, but I don't think Solo is the tribal chief. And pretty sure that is when Paul Heyman said that Kevin Owens is looking for any piece of the bloodline that he can get, which is when KO's music hits. And dog, he gets his ass whooped there for a little bit by the bloodline until the Street Profits come out to even the game. And Kevin Owens obviously gets a chair, runs them all off, and I think we're setting up a 6-man tag for later, which obviously gets set up in a little bit. But we do cut to the parking lot, which we cut to the parking lot a lot back here, to Cody Rhodes just waiting on AJ Styles, just pacing back and forth, taping up his wrists like he just wants to fight this man after what he did last week, after all that shit. But then we do, yeah, man, fuck you, AJ. Then we do cut to Paul Heyman and Solo backstage where it looks like Paul's trying to leave, and Solo's like, "Bro, where you going? Trying to leave? You need to go make this match official between us and the Profits." And of course, Paul does it. He goes scurries off, probably pissing himself the entire time. And then he says, "Bro, if it's not, it's going to be main event. You versus Tama Tonga in our locker room." Bro, I'd love to see that. Come on, Paul, get his ass.
Tonga would eat him alive. He'd eat him for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Nah, Paul's got some boxing skills. I see it in him. Don't fucking doubt this man. Oh, then we do cut out to the ring for our first match of the evening. Now we're finally getting into the in-ring part of the wrestling show with Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair versus Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, which kind of got set up with a little video promo earlier with Candice LeRae and Indy. Pretty sure complaining to Nick Aldis about shit, like wanting like royalties or fucking compensation for Candice getting hurt or something like that. I love these two heel characters now.
Me too.
But it starts off with Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. Did I get it right that time?
Yeah.
All right, got it right. Let's go. They entered through the crowd and started sitting on like the announcer's table. And at the same time, Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark arrived down the entrance ramp. And this just let Indy Hartwell just boot Bianca right in the mouth and started taking control of her ass, letting her tag in Candice, who just started whooping on this motherfucker. But the entire time Bianca's trying to tag in Jade, Candice is pulling on her braid and tagging in and out with Indy, who just lays out Bianca and even does Jade's pose before they cut to a commercial break. After that, though, Bianca was able to escape a half crab given to her by Candice, and she was trying to target Bianca's knee kind of from the tournament, and because that's what I'm pretty sure she hurt in her match against them and all that. But
yeah,
she was able to hit a backbreaker onto Candice, and she was able to tag in the Storm herself, Jade Cargill, who just runs motherfucking wild, splashing Indy in the corner, caught Candice out of midair, deadlifted her, pressed her over her head, threw her, just fucking chucked her like a piece of fucking shit into Indy, and fucking after Candice stopped a pin from Jade, Bianca and her fucking grabbed, what was it, Indy or was it Candice? I think it was Candice, and gave her the crazy ass like DDT German suplex finisher that they're doing for the win. Shit was fucking wild. I love this tag team.
Yeah, like you were saying, this match is really supposed to be. It's actually supposed to be originally Indy Hartwell versus Jade Cargill in that whole video promo that you were just talking about. And dude, you were talking to me about this KOD and Jaded spot. What? I didn't. What did you?
KOD and Jaded spot?
They did that KOD and Jaded spot after the brawl absolutely just came a thing after the match.
Oh yeah, so after the match, Alba Fire, Shayna Baszler, all the two teams were standing on the outside, so they all got in and started brawling and shit. Started all fighting, and I'm pretty sure that after they laid out Jade and Bianca, this just left Shayna and the other teams. They all I can never fucking remember those two names. Isla and Alba. I can't remember the last
Yeah.
names. I'm just always gonna mix them up. And one set had one tag belt, the other set had the other tag belt, and then those two teams started brawling until Jade and Bianca got back in the ring, and then gave them KOD and a Jaded at the same time to get their tag belts back.
Ah.
And that's what I meant by that.
So you said it was crazy. That brawl was fucking nuts.
Oh yeah, obviously I think this is setting up a triple threat match, which honestly I thought originally was going to be a fatal 4-way match with Indy and Candice.
we thought the same fucking thing then. We thought the same thing because I thought that too.
I was like,
I
what
was
the
like, damn,
fuck?
I don't know.
Like, why aren't they involved in this? But this did take us backstage once again to the parking lot. Cody Rhodes still waiting on AJ Styles, but this time Nick Aldis walks up. And Aldis is like, bro, listen, I got played by AJ too. All right. He told me he was going to retire and all that shit. We all got duped. And Cody looks at him and says, someone's going to get hurt, Nick, and it's not going to be me. He said, this is between myself and AJ Styles. And that's when Nick Aldis just nodded at him and walked away. Presumably, it's like, I get that. Fair. That's fair, Which then we go backstage to Apollo Crews having an interview with, I think there's a new backstage interviewer, Sarah Schreiber.
Sarah Schreiber.
I'm going to butcher that last name every time I say it. Schreiber. Yeah. It's not going to get easier. It's not going to get easier for me. But what also didn't get easier for Apollo Crews was getting onto TV because, again, he got attacked by Legado del Fantasma. He was supposed to have a match with them later on in the night, but that match did get canceled due to this attack. They just fucking whooped his ass. And Nick Aldis walks in, and he's like, God damn it. I got a spot open. What the fuck is this? And he turns around, and who's standing there? The Megastar, L.A. Knight. Yeah! He looks at me and he goes, where is he? Yeah! And he goes, who? Yeah! He goes, Logan Paul, where's the dummy? Yeah!
Yeah.
And he goes, well, he's not here. And he's like, where is he? And he goes, he's playing Tetris. He's in the World Tetris Tournament right now. And he goes, man, I'm pretty good. LA Knight looks at him and he goes, man, I'm pretty good at Tetris. I'm pretty good at putting blocks in places. I'm also pretty good at putting my boot right up his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just when himself, Carmelo Hayes, walks in. Melo don't miss, dog. And he's like, man, what the fuck you talking about, dog? Like, quit talking your shit. Like, he just starts talking his shit, and LA Knight looks at him and goes, you know what? Guess what? You got a spot available tonight? Yeah. You're right here tonight? Yeah. You're pissing me off right now, so we're going to have a match tonight. Yeah. So Nick Aldis does indeed make that match official. Melo walks away, and obviously he looks pissed off because you don't want to fight the megastar himself. Yeah. And he just looks at me and he's like, he's got a lot to learn. LA Knight looks at him and he's like, we all know. Yeah. Oh, shit. I love LA Knight. I fucking love this man. He's still like one of my favorites. I don't care. Everyone says he's like cooling down and not as over as he used to be. Cap. Total cap. Love this man.
I'm looking at your notes for that match. I'm just...
Yeah. We're never going to get over it. But this takes us to the ring again for another wrestling match, man. If the entirety of the 2 hours of SmackDown could just be LA Knight cutting promos, I'd be completely happy. There's no wrestling. There's nothing but, yeah, dummy, yeah. I'd be totally happy. It'd be the best show ever. But out in the ring, this did get us Tommaso Ciampa, accompanied by Johnny Gargano, taking on Grayson Waller with Austin Theory.
Gargano taking on Grayson Waller, not Tommaso.
Yeah.
Johnny Gargano.
Yeah. Johnny Gargano. Fuck. Listen. Some stuff might have been happening while I was writing these notes. Johnny Gargano versus Grayson Waller. These two got some personal history, which got brought up by the announcers during the back and forth at the beginning. But these guys were kind of going crazy. Waller counters up. God damn it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in the beginning, Waller was able to fucking just get after it. He was kind of just fucking up Gargano. He was going for a rolling stunner at one point, but Gargano grabbed this man straight up out of midair. German suplexed him. He tried to go for a dive. Somehow, these two ended up both on the outside. Like, I don't know how, but Johnny Gargano, dude, he went for a sliced bread off of the ring apron, like where he does a backflip while holding on to Grayson Waller. He messed it up. He either his footing or he messed up his momentum, and you can literally hear him yell like, "Oh shit!" while he's in the middle of his flip, and he crashed hard on his shoulder, dude. I thought he was done. I thought they were about to call the match off.
He's dead.
My God, he killed him.
That's gonna get brought up on his YouTube channel. I'm excited when it comes out. It's gonna be
Straight
the
up.
next episode.
Have you ever seen that one like little YouTube or Instagram clip of Johnny Gargano being like, people always ask me like, what's the worst move I've ever taken? And he's like, all the moves I've taken hurt a lot. I hope that one gets brought up now on that. Shit, but after we got back from the commercial, after Johnny nearly killed himself, we got a beautiful long camera shot, dude. I fucking love these camera shots, man. From the ringside area where they just pan back and forth through it. Gargano starts fighting back and connects with a spear through the middle ropes, like a little slingshot shit. Waller hits a huge suplex on this man, holding Gargano up on his shoulders, like on a stalling type shit. But these two just start trading super kicks, start trading knees, so Gargano counters whatever the fuck Waller was going for. Literally, 2 + 2 equals like fish when it comes to this fucking move, where he just countered it into a Canadian destroyer. Somehow, these guys aren't wrestling like they aren't normal.
That shit was crazy, bro. When I seen that move, I was like, he's dead.
They're not fucking normal.
He's dead.
My God, he's dead. But this match did come to a close after Waller got spilled to the outside and pulled Theory in the way of a Johnny Gargano dive, and Waller was able to throw Gargano back into the ring, and he hit this crazy like flip move. It looked like a kill switch or an unprettier for the win. And dude, Theory's face on the outside of the ring after this match sold everything here, dude. I think this team's really about to break up.
Yeah, dude. I noticed when Waller was initially like entered, like Theory was still a little bit behind him. I think he kind of looked a little pissed off. So then this happening again, and I noticed Waller saying that he runs the brand, like he's the number one guy, basically like straight up like not even acknowledging him and Theory at all. Like the reason that he also has these tag titles is because of Theory.
Yeah, straight up, dude. I don't know if I'm ready personally to see them break up though. I like them as a little shithead tag team, and I don't know if I want to cheer for Austin Theory as a babyface.
I know. They could do so much of this shit too.
Yeah, 1000%. I think this is definitely planting seeds for them to lose the tag titles to DIY though. You're gonna lose them to DIY and probably have a singles feud going into SummerSlam if I had to guess.
That would be bad. I could see something like that.
Oh yeah. But this did take us back to Cody Rhodes, still in the parking lot, and this time Nick Aldis showed up. Right, just get the fuck out of here, like you fucking creep. Yeah. This time Nick Aldis showed up, and he's got a team of security with him, and he's like, "Listen, man, AJ Styles just called me, and he's pulling up, and I don't want no trouble, so I got my team with me, and there's going to be no trouble here." Which, of course, is when the man himself showed up, AJ Styles, popping out of the sunroof, and he's basically like, "What up, bitch?
What's up, pussy?
What's up, pussy?" To Cody, and the Good Brothers even get out of the car, and they look like they're about to all get into it when Cody Rhodes just marches out to the ring, and he got like a long shot following him. I know, right? I'm loving Cody Rhodes right now. And then he's got the camera just pans and follows him all the way down to the ring. He got no music, no official entrance or anything, which I fucking love. And he goes, AJ, get your ass out here. Just calling him out to the ring. Right now. We don't need no security to handle this. So, of course, AJ comes out, and he's got his boys with him. And security's like trying to separate them and keep them all apart. And Aldis is like, bro, hell no, we ain't doing this shit. And AJ got a microphone. And he looks at Cody, and he's like, Cody, you think I care about what you want? What you want is all relevant to me. And he starts talking his shit. And then all of a sudden, last week, he channeled his inner Mark Henry. This week, he channels his inner Batista. And he looks at Cody and he goes, give me what I want. Give me what I want. Gets showered with AJ sucks chants. And AJ goes, I want the WWE Championship at Clash at the Castle. Cody, no hesitation, goes, bro, you want it, but you got it. Like, it's fucking on. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, we're going to do this shit. But it's not going to be any normal match. Because, AJ, I'm going to make you say the words, I quit. Bro, an I quit match for the WWE title at Clash at the Castle. I'm here for it. But Cody and AJ kind of like, well, Cody gets out of the ring and he starts going after AJ, and they all start like screaming at each other and shit. And eventually, like, Cody starts like brawling with the security and shit, who eventually just overpower him because there's so many of them. And they're all like holding him eventually, and there's like one spot. And AJ looks like he's walking away, but he just turns around and he's like, fuck it. And he runs back and just bops this man right in the jaw, knocks him the fuck out before walking away with his little shit-eating grin. But you mentioned it, man. I love this new edge for Cody Rhodes he's got. Well, not new, but
it's not new. But I think, dude, I've seen some of his heel clips, dude. He's actually a really good fucking heel. He could pull that shit off like nothing. I want him to go heel. At some point, I do too.
I really want him to go heel. I think it'd be awesome.
I think when he loses the title, I think is when he goes heel.
Maybe.
Yeah, or he just has this new aura after beating AJ up like so bad. He's just so pissed. I was like, you know what? Fuck everything and fuck everyone. He's just gonna do him, and he's gonna go absolutely ape shit.
I could see them maybe trying to do a Cody heel turn after he beats The Rock at Mania, to where like the battle with The Rock and the battle with the Bloodline has been so like hard and so like it's broken him mentally and physically, essentially, to the point where he's just gotta start something new at that point, kind of.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I don't know. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but I'd like to see something where Cody goes heel at some point, like we've said.
Yeah.
But backstage, we get the women's tag team champions, Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, walking out of Nick Aldis' office. And we mentioned this earlier. This is where we got confirmation that at Clash of the Castle, it will be a triple threat match. Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark, Alba and Isla, and whatever their last names are, the Scottish ones, versus Jade and Bianca for the women's tag titles. And this is also the spot where I was really confused that it's not a fatal four-way.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Just put Candice and Indy in there. It's not going to do anything.
Yeah, right? I mean, come on.
Add more to the match.
I was going to add more to the match. Like, I understand, like, I don't know.
Like, you can keep the outcome the same.
They shot last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Like, yeah, you can keep the outcome the same. Just don't.
Yeah, right?
Just add them into the mix. Like,
yeah, like Zoe Stark is going to get pinned no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. That's a little mean. But that's what I think she's in this match for. But, ladies and gentlemen, this moves us on to the best match of the night. LA Knight versus Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this dummy Carmelo Hayes opened the match by trying to get an early advantage by firing out of the gate at LA Knight, but the megastar threw him to the outside and dribbled that little vanilla bean head ass of his off the announce table. Yeah. Melo again tries to go after Knight on the outside, but gets back body dropped onto the announce table. Yeah. Making him drop like the piece of crap he is. Yeah.
After the commercial break, though, LA Knight says, yeah, I'm mostly in control, with Melo getting some small flurries of speed, but like, fuck that little shit, because LA Knight said, nah! And puts the brakes on that, and puts the boot to his ass with stomps in the corner. Yeah. Melo might have rolled away from the first jumping elbow from LA Knight, but the perpetual motion machine known as LA Knight, still hit that boy with a pop-up power slam and the big elbow. Melo tried to get out of there. He countered a BFT with a roll-up, but the Megastar stopped it. He flipped that bitch, switched it, and reversed it into a pin of his own for the win, with everybody saying LA Knight. Yeah. Can't tell I'm a big LA Knight fan, y'all. Yeah. Fucking love this dude. Yeah. This was just, LA Knight's going to be the new U.S. champion at SummerSlam. I think it's going to happen.
He did have on commentary.
Have him on commentary?
He did.
Commentary.
LA Knight hopped on commentary.
Oh yeah, he did hop on commentary. He did, yeah. He hopped on commentary and he yelled like something like "Play your games, Logan Paul." Yeah, because if you ain't gonna come to SmackDown, I'm gonna bring SmackDown to you. And I kind of mentioned this to you the other day when we were hanging out. LA Knight's new gimmick basically needs to be a home invader. Like if you ain't gonna come to me, I'm gonna come to you at your home. Yeah, he's gonna fly all the way to Puerto Rico to go fight Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Dude, I think this is definitely going to go, oddly enough, to SummerSlam. I think it's weird that they're starting it now during Clash at the Castle, the build for it, which leads me to think something is going to happen at Money in the Bank.
You think something's going to happen at Money in the Bank?
I think they're going to have their first match at Money in the Bank, and then they're going to have a rematch at SummerSlam where Logan Paul wins the first one and LA Knight wins the second.
Okay.
I can see something like
that.
Dummy. Yeah, because Logan Paul needs maybe he doesn't need, but hasn't had a substantial feud. Like, he hasn't had anyone where he's had, like, rematches with and, like, constant promo segments with over, like, several weeks and several pay-per-views. It's only been, like, the one-and-dones, like, the big showcase matches for him. So I think doing an LA Knight feud. Yeah. So I think doing an LA Knight feud with him could benefit both of them, honestly. The exposure with Logan Paul for LA Knight and gets Logan Paul, like, reps in an actual feud with somebody like the Megastar himself. LA Knight. Yeah. But yeah, that's my take on it. I honestly think it would be pretty funny to see Logan Paul kind of troll LA Knight, and in the middle of all this, just give Melo a free U.S. title shot.
Yeah.
Honestly, that would be good exposure for Melo too, getting him involved in this whole feud, but definitely not letting him like win the title.
Oh no.
I just think that'd be pretty cool. Nope. But this does move us backstage to two of my favorite bitches on the roster. It's Tiffy time! Walking past Queen Nia backstage and basically just goes, if you need anything from me, I got you. And I think this is kind of setting up a potential Tiffany Stratton Nia Jax partnership.
I can see it. The princess.
I would fucking love it. She did call herself Princess of the Ring. No one can stop us.
Queen of the Ring and Princess of the Ring.
Comment. But then Nia Jax does get confronted by Michin backstage, where she basically just looks at her and just like, man, fuck this bitch, and throws water, or soda, or whatever the fuck it is, right into Nia's face, where Nia grabs Michin, throws Michin and her necklace over the fucking table, in the process, like, fucking falling and busting her ass. It was funny as shit. Nia, like, just wipes out, gets up, and, like, security starts separating them all again, and what does Nia do? Once again, she busts her ass again.
Yeah.
Yeah, funny as fuck, but this is setting up, Queen Nia versus Michin next week on SmackDown, and hopefully a partnership between Tiffy Time and Queen Nia.
Next tag champions?
Oh my fucking god! Shut your mouth! That'd be fucking epic.
The biggest.
Oh my god! Dude, the Princess of the Ring with the Money in the Bank briefcase and the Queen of the Ring with the world title.
Ew.
What do you mean, ew?
Ew.
Ew. That sets up a student and a mentor type role where like Tiffany's like looking at Naya the entire time, like, I kind of want that title, and Naya's looking at Tiffany like, you're just gonna hold that briefcase so that nobody else can cash in, and you're never gonna cash in on me, right? Or
Yeah, she's gonna
Tiffany's
cash in on,
eventually
Bailey.
gonna cash in on her, obviously.
Oh yeah.
That's the type of shit I'm talking about.
Oh, baby.
I want to see it. I want to see that shit now. But most importantly, I want to see the pink briefcase.
I do too.
Pink, fluffy, diamond encrusted. Give it to me now. But we just mentioned the Women's World Championship. The Women's World Champion, no, this isn't the Women's World Champion. That's on Raw. Fuck, why do they have so many? The WWE Women's Champion, Bayley, coming out for a
Still need my
promo.
Bailey buddies. I'm pissed.
Dog, this is going to be some bullshit if I don't get Bailey buddies in Scotland. I don't give a fuck if she's not the hometown body. Give me them!
I need the Bailey buddies.
I'm going to
in
be
SummerSlam.
mad until I get these Bailey buddies, dude. It's going to be fucking stupid.
Agreed.
But Bailey says that at Clash at the Castle, At Clash at the Castle, Bailey is stepping into unfamiliar territory in Scotland, Piper Niven's home country, which, of course, right as her name gets mentioned, Piper Niven, music hits, and she comes out with her little yap dog next to her, Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green.
Green grabs the mic and she looks at Bailey and she goes, "Man, you talk a lot of game for a big old loser." Talk shit about Naomi, calling her glowy girlfriend. Bailey, though, looks at her and calls out Chelsea for being a mouthpiece for Piper Niven, and she's like, "Man, Piper don't need you. Piper, I see you. Like, I respect you, bro." She brings up like everything that Piper's done in the Mae Young Classic from like 2017 and all that shit, and just says, "Man, Piper, you got the shit, man. I see you, dog. Respect, dog." And she goes, "Man, at Clash of the Castle, you can bring your puppy," obviously talking about Chelsea. But right in the middle of this, Piper just snatches that shit, snatches the mic out of Chelsea's hand that she was holding. And she looks at Bailey and she's like, "Man, you think that was it? Like, I've been doing this shit for like a long fucking time. Like, I've been wrestling since 2008. That's where my journey started. Like, no Mae Young Classic or none of that shit.
You were in
That's
kindergarten.
Yeah, right? She's like, "Man, that might have been where you see me, but my journey started way before that." And she goes, "Man, basically in Scotland, I'm going to fucking rip you apart." And she did get a lot of what chants during her promo, but I think she kind of handled it pretty well.
Everybody say what? What?
And Brett say, "What? What? What?" But she basically just says that she's going to tear Bailey apart in Scotland, and she's going to be the next Women's World Champion.
Talk your shit, Queen.
Talk your shit. I don't think it's going to happen, but talk your shit. I do like Piper Niven, though. Nothing against her. Piper Niven. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But after this, we did get a response video from Logan Paul, and he goes, "Man, I can't believe I'm wasting my time on a quote-unquote megastar who's never won a championship in his life." And Paul talks about how he's in Los Angeles right now for the World Tetris Championship, looking at LA Knight, looking at like a hillbilly looking ass Aladdin, with everybody saying, "Logan Paul, yeah. No.
No.
No, yeah. No, yeah."
No. Hell no. Team
Yeah.
no, yeah. Team yeah.
Team, yeah.
We're team yeah, not team no, yeah.
I think this is definitely I think they're going to be doing the whole middle beat with Money in the Bank thing just because of just how much this shit's been like pushed early, honestly. But that's kind of like all I have for it. This is just a fun little promo from Logan.
Mm-hmm.
But in the middle of the entrances for the main event, we see Piper and Chelsea Green walking backstage, and they walk past Aldis and Naomi, who's talking about how she needs to be in that Money in the Bank ladder match. So I guess that's another body that we can add into that match potentially. And she looks at Chelsea and she's got, "Bitch, keep my name out of your mouth." And so and Piper's basically just hiding behind, or no, sorry, Chelsea's basically hiding behind Piper, like, man, bitch, fuck this bitch up, that type of shit.
Mhm.
And all this pitches a match for next week, and that's gonna happen.
That's
But
gonna
man,
happen. They get
fucking
announced.
love Chelsea. Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green.
Main event time, y'all. It is Kevin Owens and the Street Profits versus the fully formed Bloodline. Solo Sikoa, God, Tongaloa, and Tama Tonga. Fucking love these guys. I cannot lie. We started this match off, though, Dawkins and Tama. Bro, these two going quick and powerful with it. Montez quickly getting in there, playing his little speed game and fucking shit, but it ain't long. Little Tama Tonga just fucking outpowers this little bitch and tags in his brother. And the God show everybody why they should be, like, swear to God, next tag champs right now.
They're like
Bro, these
hyenas
two,
tearing apart carcasses in the wild, bro.
swear to God, they're fucking crazy. But God keep the match in favor of the Bloodline until Montez spills Tama to the outside when Solo gets a mid-air hot tag. Like, literally, Tama was, like, flipping over the fucking top rope, and Solo got the tag, like, fucking mid-air. And just gets in there and starts fucking up Montez. He ends up, like, throwing this dude into the fucking ring post, just completely stomping him. After the commercials, Solo tags back in Tama, who gets in there, hits several sliding clotheslines, trying to take this fucking Montez's head off, but he's able to fight back with a kick and gets a hot tag. No one does it better. No one does a better hot tag right now, I think, than fucking Kevin Owens, baby. Gets in there, starts fucking up Solo Sikoa, who got tagged in by Tama, and fucking KO takes out Tonga after dropping Solo, hitting a cannonball before hitting a swanton or a near fall. Solo and KO start trading super kicks and just start going at it. KO's dodging the spike, hits a stunner, but God pulls him out of the ring. And that's when KO and the rest of the, or not the rest of the Profits, just KO and Dawkins start brawling with God into like the corner by the barricade. And just like at WrestleMania, just like he's been doing recently, Montez Ford does that crazy ass dive over the ring post, over the turnbuckle and the corner shit, wipes out everybody. But that's when Solo himself, the new tribal chief, Solo grabs a chair, just whacks this dude in the back. Just ends it by DQ right there. Which this just leads into the Bloodline attacking the Profits and KO after the match. And KO even ended up getting triple power bombed through the announcer's table to close the show out. Which I've got mixed feelings about the Bloodline, especially Solo, just ending the match like that. Because one, it puts them across as like a pair of killers that don't give a fuck about winning; they just want to hurt you. But at the same time, it's like I want to see them win. Like I want to see them start racking up some wins, and I want to see them start winning some titles.
Wins too, yeah.
Yeah, I want to start seeing some legit wins. But I've seen this kind of pitched around online of potential Solo and Kevin Owens singles feud now, where they're going to start having some singles matches, maybe at Money in the Bank, maybe at SummerSlam.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, kind of to mirror. Yeah, right. Kind of to mirror the whole Kevin Owens having an infinite feud with Roman Reigns during his title reign.
Yeah. I got you.
Well, that's kind of my whole thing. Dude, mention it there. I want God to win Tag Gold at some point, and that to eventually be Usos versus God for the tag titles. Oh, dude, it's gonna be fucking awesome.
I want to see how they get the Usos back together, to be honest.
Right?
I'm interested in that. I don't know how they're
crazy
going to do
story.
it. I think Jimmy's going to beg Jay again, but it's going to be legitimate this time, and Jay's not going to believe him. And so he's going to deny it for a while, and Jimmy's just going to keep getting in his way, trying to help him. And he actually starts legitimately helping Jay, and then Jay realizes, like, oh shit, okay, maybe you actually are turning your ways.
and that's when we see them join together. But it's like over time, like it's over like maybe like a 6 month period or something.
Dude, I unfortunately mentioned that Jey Uso's my pick to win Money in the Bank this year, but that's sad because the reason that he's my pick to win it this year is because he's not gonna actually succeed in his cash in. Is he's gonna try to cash in one night, and then the God or Solo or maybe even Jacob Fatu shows up then and fucks Jay over in his title opportunity with his briefcase, and that's when Jay's like, "All right, y'all, I tried stepping away from this bloodline thing, but it just won't leave me alone. Now I've got to get my crew back, and I've got to take these fuckers out." That's when we see Roman come back. That's when we see Jimmy come back. Fuck yeah.
Then we see the wise man, Paul Heyman.
Oh my
wise
god.
man.
Paul is going to have the best reaction in the world when he sees Roman again.
Dude, he's gonna he's gonna
I
think
can't
he's gonna
wait.
legitimately cry.
I can't wait. He has the best reactions of anyone in the fucking business. I dare anyone to fucking challenge that.
Agreed.
Paul's the fucking man.
Paul,
I can't wait to
he does
see
his
him
job
cry.
so well.
Right. That
I love
sounds so
Paul
mean
Heyman.
for me to say. I can't wait to see him cry.
You're a dick.
You know what I meant. I want to see him cry happy tears for Roman.
Of course.
That's all I got for Friday Night SmackDown.
All right, let's move this into this goddamn segment we all love to call Uncle Howdy.
Hey, we might only have one more week of this.
Lots of June 17th references.
Oh yeah.
So URL would actually be an anagram for Firefly Funhouse, and again, like a hidden text would be there, but it'd be for a YouTube video of bringing a puppet to life. Like I've mentioned before, probably has to do something with these fucking puppets, like Ramblin' Rabbit, all of them. But I mean, Ramblin' Rabbit does come up in this URL code, and there was a image. If you or at the top of the page, it was secret as the URL name, and if you clicked it on Thursday, it was an inevitable image, and it was a static, and there was like static. Hold on, fuck. There was inevitables written on the image. That was kind of statically and shit, but the figure in the image kind of looked like Uncle Howdy. On the bottom left, it said "All will be revealed." On the bottom right, it said J1724. The June 17th reference. Again, they're heavy on this date for some reason. They haven't been heavy on a date this entire time except for this date. So I'm thinking after Clash of the Castle, we'll see something. Or, I mean, dude, even if they did it at Clash of the Castle, I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't be pissed.
I want them to fucking do it.
That's a far reach. The Clash of the Castle is this Saturday, actually.
It is.
We could actually also see an ad block up in the top corner, and it was for Yowie Wowie Ramblin' Rabbit Bohemian Breakfast Spread, and it said available at fine retailers near you. And after you click that, and there was a button that said start every morning with a smash. I tried turning up my volume, everything. I got nothing, so I couldn't figure out what that was.
I love starting my morning with a smash.
Agreed. We saw some links. One was a mandates, and it was a video. It said, "Preparing for massacre. The day of destruction is imminent. The words of the red can guide you to safety if you're willing to listen." Again, the words of the red, written in red, and directions for Uncle. Basically, those are directions for when Uncle Howdy returns. Acceptance. Your fate lies in your hands. You can save yourself. His arms are wide open. Again, accepting when this thing's going to happen and accepting him, like we've talked about. Opening your eyes. You are bound. You are consuming lies. This will be your trajectory until you refuse to accept it. Basically, again, shitting on the fans for kind of going like just being pissed that he hasn't come yet.
Mm-hmm.
And there was admit your transgression. Admit your transgressions. The only way to correct a problem is to acknowledge its existence. Repent and be made whole. So turn from the hate and turn to the love of Uncle Howdy. I think. Then there was Run and Hide. Again, we heard Run and Hide on the last episode on I forget what it was. There was a link or something that was played, and if you played it backwards, it said all that. I think it might have been this one. I might have just ruined it. I don't know. Where we go? I lost my. There, yeah. Run and hide. On the day of the reckoning, fire will fall on the just and unjust alike. You must remove yourself to avoid extinction. Then we cut back to like a kind of like the old VHS tape. Statues will crumble, false idols will be toppled. Your presence will be a sign of disbelief, a declaration of blasphemy. You hold the key to your own salvation. Again, to quit going towards what others are saying and to follow him. It's like you're saying, follow the buzzards, like Bray Wyatt used to say.
Mm-hmm.
And what to do during the reckoning. In the unfortunate event you have not taken the proper steps to avoid the massacre, follow these instructions. Do not beg for mercy. Mercy, it's kind of a thing of like a Mercy the Buzzard reference again, because we saw the Ramblin' Rabbit Bohemian Breakfast Spread. But this one said, you were given ample time to save yourself and you refused. Calamity is now inevitable. Accept your fate, for you may be reborn with a newfound wisdom. Nothing is ever final. Do not fight. You chose this. You forced our hand. Again, I think he's still kind of basically targeting the fans, like, you guys are the reason we're all pissed off now. And you chose to not accept this until it happens.
Right. It sounds like it. Sounds like he's fucking like the whole like motive of his character might be to be like against the fans, something like that. Maybe that's what his preachings or teachings will be about.
Yeah.
Like, fuck y'all for or like don't listen to them, because that's typically like what the baby faces do. They typically listen to the fans. And so his whole teaching will be like, don't listen to the voices in the crowd or shit like that, you know?
Oh, yeah. Then it said, do you hear the shackles have fallen? We have, and then there's been set free, and it flashed in red and white all over the screen. And your prayers fall on deaf ears. The day of reckoning is at hand. June 17th. Again, I'm just saying that.
Maybe.
Then the Firefly Funhouse door sign would actually flash for like a millisecond, and it says like the Firefly Funhouse door. If you remember, it said, "Abandon all hope, ye who exit here." And then we would see the veiled bride take her veil off again, and we're like kind of like going back to the story. I hope you find your freedom. It's not too late to save yourself. But before the video ended, there was a Vaiku NR1. I think if I said that right, I don't know. It was a plane whose first flight was actually 17th June 1910, which if you flip that to an American standards, it's June 17th.
Mm-hmm.
Again, targeting that date. Then we saw some other links. There was Shatter, which was actually Bray Wyatt's theme song. It said, when the circles was broke, it was like a paper. It said, when the circle was broken, they let loose. No direction, lost and confused. But I found them. They are safe now. They are free. They are real. Probably talking about the Wyatt 6 again. The new Wyatt 6. The Howdy 6. The Howdy 5.
The Howdy 5.
But then in the middle of it, there's a red circle with a black line through the top. And the circle could kind of be like mean... Like with the circle being broken, it couldn't mean being like you're lost and confused, because now you don't have that like circle like full done.
Yeah.
Then we would see the 71 ENUJ, the June 17th URL, and it would take you to the hello story from the WWE website. Then we see archive, Uncle Howdy's diary, which I checked during this recording and on SmackDown and on Raw. It has not been updated since the massacre. Then the Monetus. This is what I was talking about. So that's kind of what the run and hide thing.
Yeah.
There's Monetus, which means warned, advised, have being advised. And it's an audio file. When you play it backwards, it says the cave will be no more. The cave will be no more. The end of all things. A massacre is coming. Run and hide, run and hide, run and hide. Kind of going back to
a cave.
Yeah, which again saying run and hide, like he was saying on the day of reckoning, fire will fall on the just and unjust. Like you must remove yourself to avoid extinction. which is kind of running right into what to do during the reckoning. And then it says, follow these instructions talking about don't beg for mercy. Just you have to accept your fate at this point.
Yeah.
Then we saw recapitulation, which is the signs and wonders, new links from last week. I went and checked those again, nothing. Went and checked a few other ones, nothing. Still, everything's still the same. Then there was interruption, which was a Raw Talk picture distorted. And in the eyes of one of the hosts, it said, see you tonight, which I thought was interesting. So I got onto Raw Talk. I only watched the beginning entrance of it, so if there's anything else, I didn't catch it. But there's a similar entrance to an older QR code. I forget which one. And it said, I have shown you signs and wonders, yet you do not believe. I offered you hope, freedom from the pit. You spit in my face, which the letters would switch to red. And it said, mock my family, question my timing. One last chance, an opportunity to repent, but my patience runs thin. There is a reckoning coming. Your belief is indifferent. It is inevitable. You will learn you are finite, and you shall all behold what we have become. And in red letters, a massacre is coming.
Wow.
Dude,
Makes me wonder if they're gonna like target a ton of people when they show up.
that's what I'm thinking. Dude, I'm excited for this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I
I've seen
think we
people
will.
pitch the ideas of like Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss
I
forming
hope so, dude.
like Bliss Cross again and going after women's tag gold and going after world tag gold. And then I've seen like fucking all sorts of crazy shit for this.
I would
I'm
love
ready
that
for
shit.
it. 1 week from tomorrow is what this is all pointing to.
Yeah. This had actually right in a Raw Talk though, and the hosts are actually like, extremely confused and like, what the fuck's going on? And they would bring it up later, it's saying it's actually similarities to past QR codes again. They're mentioning it now, so more people are mentioning it. It's known.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's
So
starting to talk about it now.
we move into SmackDown, and that one was gratitude, which actually popped up after Solo's conversation with Heyman backstage, like you talked about earlier. And you clicked a file, and it said, hello. For now, I am not speaking to them. I intend this for you. You helped him find his way and guided him back home. You found him so I could open his eyes. A new journey began, but we never know how long a journey will last. And when I was watching a few videos, it kind of referred to Bray's infamous return promo when he returned, talking about, basically his last run with the company. Then it read, what I knew to be true was no more. Suddenly I found myself without a path. I believed myself to be lost. I allowed myself to be blinded. I was going to let the cave win, but I did not stay that way. I found my way out of darkness. I saw what was expected of me, and I accepted the cost. I admit it wasn't easy. Basically, kind of like Bo Dallas expecting to have something to do with WWE after Bray's passing, like a bunch of fans talking about it and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't. He just felt lost without Bray in his life because it's his older brother and everything. He looked up to him.
Right. Makes sense.
But then it read, I feared you had forgotten, but you remembered. You remembered who we are. You remember who you are. Thank you. This is all because of you. We were never the chosen ones. We just wanted to belong. Now we do. I know I can't wait to see you too. I appreciate your excitement. It won't be long now. I just wanted to say thank you. We have become more than we could ever imagine. Their stories will be told. Their pain will have been worth it. And it's all because of you. You did this. This is your fault. The blood that rains down drips from your hands.
Wow.
Like, he was straight up, like, giving props to the fans, like, for waiting and everything. Then, boom. This is your fault. The blood.
That's crazy.
And I said, thank you. And then it said, after you clicked the note, it was, who is to blame? And when you clicked it, you got a finger pointing at yourself, which actually brought you back to 3 of the links from past QR codes. So it was remember, recapitulate, and prepare. When I checked all of them, I didn't see anything. But if you went to go look for the hidden word, you actually got 6 boxes, and they were all named something different. The first one was Pheo, Pheo. The second one was LAL. Third one was TEERN. Fourth one was DNNBOAA. Fifth one was How. Okay, my bad. There might have been 6 or 7. Then the next one was REEH, and the other one was EY. And if you unscrambled all those, they were anagrams for Hope, All Enter, Abandon, Who Hear Ye. And when you unscrambled it, it read All Abandon, All Hope, Ye Who Enter Here, which is very similar again to the Firefly Funhouse sign, which said Abandon all hope, ye who exit here, which was a quote from Dante's Inferno, which Bray referenced this a lot, almost all the time. But with this abandon all hope, ye who enter here, it was actually seen in Bray versus Braun Strowman's Swamp Fight match. And is it more like Wyatt family based, more than Funhouse based? I kind of forget the puppets at this point. Or
Maybe. I mean, they've definitely like given reference to Bray's puppets and stuff like that. Maybe it's going to be a mixture of like maybe each member of the Wyatt family will be a different representation of a different part of Bray.
right.
Like you'll have one of them that's more resembling the cult leader, one of them that resembles the Funhouse, Firefly Funhouse Bray, one that's like the Eater of Worlds, one that's more resemblance of the Fiend, which I would assume would be, I don't know, maybe like Uncle Howdy, which was what I would assume, but he'd probably be his own thing now that I think about it.
Yeah.
That's kind of my whole thinking about that type of thing.
Yeah. I got you. I like that.
Where like they're all like kind of representing a piece of Bray Wyatt, and together they form the Wyatt Six, which was the soul of Bray Wyatt, and it's kind of like a story type thing.
Yeah. Again, R.I.P. Bray. Still sad.
All right. Mm-hmm.
He's a great wrestler. But I mean, that's all I got for Uncle Howdy. You got anything else?
No, I ain't got too much else.
All right. Well, I do have one question.
I gotta open up the thing.
Since you're kind of an AEW guy, could AEW and WWE work together ever in the future?
Oh, that's a crazy question.
Swerve Strickland, AEW's current champion, said if the time is now, if any time, it's right now. Like this needs to happen.
Man, I really don't know because there's been so much like bad blood and stuff, because especially with Punk being in WWE now, that makes it a lot harder for this relationship to happen. But at the same time, they've also thrown so much shade at each other. And whether you want to believe it or not, there's also rumors going around that WWE is trying to publicly skew the viewpoint of AEW's ratings on TV. So whether you want to admit it or not, there is a war going on between these two wrestling companies, like WCW and WWE used to be in.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%.
But I think if we get to a point where both companies are doing very well, very healthy, and they're not being super petty and taking shots at each other and shit like that, I think that there's some real potential for money there. But at the same time, I don't think I want it to happen though.
Okay.
I like the idea of having a lot of wrestling companies in the business and having all, like, if I had my way, we would have WWE, AEW, New Japan, and Ring of Honor or TNA as like the 4 biggest wrestling companies like in the world right now, all of them vying for like which one's the best company, which one has the best main event guys, which one has the best women's roster. Like that's what I would want to happen right now, but it's just undeniable at this point that WWE is still the #1 company, with AEW as a close alternative.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That would be, I think competition breeds success in this business. I say that like I know anything about the wrestling business. I am like 21 years old and know jack shit. But I would love this, but I prefer to see the competition between these two guys, because look at WWE before AEW in 2019. Roman Reigns was getting dog food thrown on him, and he was throwing dog food on Baron Corbin. After AEW starts being successful and stuff, now we get the tribal chief. Now we get the year-plus title reign. Now the final boss comes back. Now Cody Rhodes makes the big switch. Now CM Punk decides to come back. So I think that having more wrestling companies, maybe not necessarily always fighting each other, but not always working as one unit is better for the like health and I don't know what I'm trying to say, like betterment of everything in the business.
No, I got you. Yeah, I get you.
But that's my whole viewpoint on that. I would love to see it maybe if they can truly keep it to a once a year or once every other year type event, I'd be 1000% down for it.
Yeah.
So I think that would be pretty fucking epic.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, shit.
But I ain't got too much else to add. How about you?
I don't either.
Oh, yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for today. Thank you for listening to another episode of the AR Wrestling Podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you. Y'all don't forget to follow our Instagram at AR_wrestling_. Follow us on X at AR Wrestling Pod. We will catch y'all next time with, I'm pretty sure this will be the pre-Clash at the Castle Monday night and Friday night SmackDown next week. Thank you.
Thank you.